Hello, and welcome to another video about mediocre money, where I talk about how I am very ordinary and mediocre with my money. So, let's talk about 3 ways you can become a better investor. Now, people are always asking me, how do I become a better investor? What can I do? How do I pick the winning stock? So, when you're mediocre like I am, you don't actually worry about picking the winning stock. But there are 3 things that I do to have become a better investor, and 3 things I have done over the last 20 years to improve my investing ability and to make investing decisions that work for me. So there are 3 things that I do, the 3 main things that I do. The first one is to know your risk tolerance. So really think about where your risk tolerance is. This is about like how much risk can you handle and what matters to you. So your first step is to say, okay, there are 2 parts to risk tolerance. There's the financial and the emotional. So the financial is the risk you can afford in money terms. Can you afford to lose the money you're investing? So if you want to go out and invest in cryptocurrency, you have to be careful, right? Your financial risk tolerance, can you really afford to put $2,000 into some meme coin? And if it crashes and you don't get your money back, can you afford that? So you don't want to invest more than you can afford to lose. So one of the reasons that dollar cost averaging works so well is because for many people, they can say, okay, I can set aside money in my retirement and I can put X dollars per paycheck in my retirement every single week, and I'm not going to miss it every single week, and I'm going to have a better chance of it building up over time. So really think about your financial risk tolerance and don't invest so much that a lack of liquidity will hamper you when you have a financial emergency. Your emotional risk tolerance, on the other hand, is about how can you deal with it? Does it make you feel icky in your tummy when you're doing this? And so, like, will you keep checking obsessively? Are you going to put your relationships at risk when you do this? Does having all of this make you, does it kind of make you feel worried about your finances more? So be careful about that emotional risk tolerance. How does that make you feel when you are using your money? So I really kind of think about that as well, my emotional and my financial risk tolerance, to find a nice happy medium that makes me feel comfortable as I'm investing. And understanding that about yourself, knowing yourself in that way, can help you make better investing decisions. The second thing I do is I create a purpose for my money, right? So why are you investing? What is the point of it? What is the time frame that you're going to be looking at? So when I'm investing in my son's 529, I was like, okay, so this is why I'm doing it. I want him to be able to attend college and do so without getting into student loan debt. And so I am investing in this 529. Why do you want to have $1 million nest egg before you retire? So really think about that. Do I want to? Why is that? Is that the number that is going to let you live comfortably in retirement? Put that why behind there and figure out, okay, what do I want my life to look like, and how will my investing goals help me get there? When you have an idea of what you want to accomplish, then that changes what you invest in, right? So my travel fund, which I've talked about before, and you can see a link to that video in the description. But my travel fund, I put in different types of investments than I use for my retirement fund, right? My retirement fund is going to be about 90% stock index products, whereas my travel fund has a much larger portion of bond and income products that are considered a little bit safer. So really think about the purpose of the money, what is the purpose of the account, and then make investment decisions based on that. And finally, Warren Buffett famously advised investors not to put their money in investments they don't understand. Before you invest in something, make sure you understand how it works. This is why starting out with stocks and bonds and doing so with index funds and other index products makes a lot of sense. These are investments that are fairly easy to understand. You can learn how they work fairly quickly, and you understand how they are bought and sold. So getting started with these index products is a great way to build that base and start building your wealth while you learn about other types of investments and other assets that might be interesting to you. So go ahead and build that foundation first before you get started. If you don't understand something in your portfolio, replace it with something you do understand until you learn more. Once you get that idea, then you can do a little bit better. Investing is a great way to grow your wealth, but it's something you should think about. So consider what you hope to accomplish with your gains, figure out your own investment style, and then you can move forward and make the most of your money.